Hey, there you are. Welcome to Module 3.6, Bulk Order Love. In the previous two videos, I talked about what doesn't work when reaching out to your golden prospects and also how to get your prospects' attention by sending him or her traffic. And I shared several ways you can send your golden prospect traffic. In this particular video, I want to talk about a strategy I call my bulk order love, and I'm sure I can come up with a better name for it. In fact, I think I just now named it bulk order love. Before I would just call it bulk order. What I like to do when possible, the best way to get a golden prospect's attention that I know of is to make a big order with them. I know that's the same as saying, well, if you have money, you can buy links, because it's true. Because then you do other things with that money. Instead of asking to buy for links or paying for links, you use that money in a different way. So I never really get the businesses that are paying for black hat links, because they could use that same budget to build relationships with golden prospects in their industry. So let me share the system with you that I do for bulk order love. And I'll share an example of it. All right. The first thing that you need to come to grips with, and I do with every new campaign, is, does it fit in your budget? Do you have the money to make a bulk order? Does your agency have the money for it? Do you have is it in the budget, the client budget? Can you get your client to pay for it? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask right up front, because if it's in the tight part of the year or the month, you may not have the budget. And if so, that's fine. Put this tactic in your back pocket. But when you do have the budget, you can come back to this tactic because it works. So if you have the budget, that's fine. The next question you need to answer is, does this golden prospect's website receive enough traffic? In other words, is this golden prospect worth me spending money with him or her? And here she better be, because they're your golden prospect. You pick the biggest people in your industry to target as your golden prospects. So they better be worthy of it. But still, how much traffic do they receive? Is this a top tier? Do they receive $1 million worth of, according to SpyFu, $1 million worth of traffic a month? Or do they receive $100? Well, obviously, if they only receive $100 worth of traffic a month, I don't want to buy $900 worth of product from them, or $500, or $1,000, or even $3,000. I doubt I'll buy anything from him or her. Maybe a book if it looks like it's interesting. But let's say your golden prospect, for the sake of this video and keeping this video going, let's say that it is a golden prospect that does have a lot of traffic, and it will be worthwhile getting a link from him or her, or an endorsement. In fact, it could be life-changing for your business, at least business-changing for the positive. You build the right relationships in your business, it could turn it up, the profits going upwards real quick, almost like a rocket. Relationships are powerful. So another thing, and so that's so I'd put my money into that. In as far as finding a bulk order, finding a golden prospect you could buy something from. And also, the third question is, does the golden prospect have a product that you can give away? And you don't buy $1,000 worth of ties just so you can have it in your wardrobe. Sure, you could give them $2,500 for their for a couple new jackets, but that's really not going to move the radar or whatever. You need to do more than just purchase something from your golden prospect to get their attention with this. So that's one of the things that I really caution you on, is you're not buying something for yourself, and you're not buying Christmas presents, or we're past Christmas now. You're not buying presents for your family. What you're doing is you're buying a bulk order of their content so you can give it out to other people. And let me tell you who you give that out to. And I'll give you an example. Who do you want to give out? If I make a bulk order from a golden prospect, I'm looking for people to give it to. I would like to give them to other golden prospects. And I'll start with this one here. What's on top? The Art of Charm. And I'm going to go to, you won't be able to see it right away. I'm going to go to the Art of Manliness. And I will show you a product that we're making a bulk order on. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but it's taking place like right now. Dun, dun. Right here. The Stay Manly mug and signed Manvotional bundle. Now, Art of Manliness is a big prospect, golden prospect of mine, a big one. My client has been wanting a link from them for a long time, and we're going to get it for him. And so I know that a great way to get their attention, and I've done other things to get their attention, but now we're making we're purchasing 25 of these Stay Manly mugs and signed Manvotional bundles, and it's a great book. And I've held the mug in my hand. It's a manly mug. It's really heavy. It's in fact, I gave this exact. Well, let me show you the one I gave my dad for Christmas. I gave this to no. It's not what I gave him. I gave him this here, the Art of Manliness in the manly mug, but they've sold out. So we want to help them sell out of their current inventory. If they have this left over right after the Christmas holidays, it's probably inventory they were expecting to sell at the end of the year and not have going into the new year. So we're going to help them sell the rest of this. And hopefully, I don't know if they have 25 of these, but we're going to find out. If they don't, we'll buy some other of their products. We'll buy the rest of what they have of these, and then we'll spend the rest of the money on other products. Okay, now why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you this because I just got 25 new mugs that I'm giving my family that we're going to be using in our house. No, these aren't ever. We're not even having them sent to our house. In fact, I'm sending them to this. Let me find them. I have a golden prospect. It's the Art of Charm. And I mentioned them in other. Let me get rid of this. And they have a blog and they have a podcast. In fact, they have more than just a podcast. They have a movement. I think they get like 4.1 million downloads a month on their podcast. My client has been on the Art of Charm podcast. Okay, there's a little backstory here. I want to get my client on here again. And that's why I'm chose the Art of Charm as my golden prospect, and I did my research and found out the person I needed to talk to is Jordan Harbinger, and I've been talking with him and building social capital up with them. And so what I'm doing is I'm having these Art of Manliness mugs, the bulk order sent directly to the Art of Charm, Jordan Harbinger. And it's my gift to him for letting me interview him as for I'll be releasing it in the next newsletter, in the Link Moses newsletter, private newsletter. I will share a link to that interview. But he granted an exclusive interview to me for the Link Moses subscribers. So I thought that was really cool. By my giving him this gift, he's going to be able to use that gift to give away to his listeners. He's going to be able to use the gift to give away to people on his blog, or he can just give it away to his family members. He can give it away to his staff. I don't care what he does with it. There's no preconditions on what he does with it. I imagine that he will give it away to his listeners. Now, what does that do with? How does that earn extra social capital for me? Because I just helped them out with their stock, made a bulk order, but now I just sent it to somebody, a golden prospect that gets 4.1 million listeners a month on their podcast. And I know for a fact, because I found it, that the Art of Manliness also has a podcast, and right down here, the Art of Manliness podcast, and they had Jordan Harbinger from The Art of Charm on as one of their guests. So I know they know who one another are. Golden prospects always flock together. They always flock together. So when he receives 25 of those books as a gift from us, he's going to remember the Art of Manliness people. And when the Art of Manliness sees that, hey, wait a minute, these are going straight over to the Art of Charm, then I'm going to send the message over to both and copy them both. 2 birds with 1 stone. Imagine that. And it's going to be, I'm going to share their names. I said I enjoy everything that both of you have done for me, and in the example of Art of Manliness, the only thing they have done is allowed me to purchase something on a bulk order, and they gave me a coupon code for it, and I had to ask for the coupon code. So I'm going to thank him for that. Then I said I would introduce you to Jordan. I think you guys need to know each other, but I saw that you interviewed him once. You ought to interview him again. But anyway, I sent all 25 of those the books and mugs over to Jordan to give away, and whether he gives them away, that's his business. But I just wanted you both to know that I appreciate you greatly. And then I'm going to leave it at that. I'm still not going to ask for anything. So now I'm starting to get one product moved over to another product, and maybe that he'll be able to sell a lot of, maybe a lot of Art of Manliness products will be sold if it's mentioned on the Art of Charm. But anyway, I'm getting these 2 golden prospects talking to one another again. They talked to each other once, but now I'm knitting them closer. And they may be really tight. I have no idea, but this will make them even tighter. And hopefully I can get the books mentioned and given away, like I said, on the podcasts. So I don't know what they'll do with it, but I know it's a value of what, almost $900 worth of product that we're sending them, and just as a thank you. So you could give away the bulk order that you make with your golden prospect. And if you can't give it away, then maybe you shouldn't be making the bulk order. Now, there's other people that you can give away the product to, whatever it be. It could be bloggers. Bloggers love to have received products, and they'll give you links for it too. And I wouldn't call them golden prospects unless they have a huge following and they're in your niche and they have the same end user. Then they might not be a blogger. I'd consider them a golden prospect. But bloggers like products. You can also give them away to nonprofits. Imagine that. Buying a bulk order of something from your golden prospect and then donating it to a nonprofit. That's good publicity. That's a feel-good story. That's something you can tell your golden prospect. Yeah, I wanted to do something for the community. I wanted to do something for you. So I just bought a bulk order of your product and sent it over to the nonprofits, to this nonprofit. They do great work. And whatever, but obviously it depends upon what services your golden prospect sells or product. Another thing that you could use it for is you can give it away to newsletter subscribers, and that's a great giveaway. Giving away something like that to a newsletter subscriber. Maybe they have a little contest or whatever, and they have 25 winners. Who knows? Now, these newsletter subscribers, they could be your own newsletter if you have a newsletter. You could buy your golden prospects product and give it away to your subscribers. No problem. That would be a legitimate way to give away the bulk order. But other OPN, you heard of other people's money? OPN, other people's newsletters. It's easy to get on other people's newsletters. You have to reach out to them. You have to treat the owner of the newsletter as if he or she is a golden prospect, because they are a golden prospect. Follow the tactics that I teach you with golden prospects in this course, and what will happen is you reach out to these newsletter owners and then offer them a gift to give away to their readers. Say, hey, I just enjoy your newsletter. I'm a subscriber. And you can reply back to their newsletter and say, hey, I read your newsletter. I like it. In fact, I want to give you a gift. 25 Manvotional books and mugs, whatever it is. So think about making a bulk order so you can give the stuff away. And that will give you, a little extra wrinkle to your campaign, and really earning the attention, positive attention of your golden prospects. Buying a bulk order from one, giving it to another in the hope that they'll promote it is a pretty good way to build social capital. And even if, say, Jordan from Art of Charm doesn't want to give this product away to his listeners, let's say they have a product that's similar and they don't really want to have their listeners go to Art of Manliness. I would understand that 100%. But Jordan is under no obligation to use those books in any other way. That he can use them in any way that he wants. But it's a thought that counts. And if the Art of Manliness golden prospect finds out that, hey, Matt bought a bulk order, then sent him over to Art of Charm in the hopes that it was going to get some airtime for me. That's pretty cool, dude. So that's what you get when you start playing one prospect with another. And maybe you make a big enough order where you can buy a massive order and give them to all your golden prospects. And knit them all together into a group. But for now, think about ways that you could make a bulk order with your golden prospect if you have a budget for it, and if that golden prospect receives enough traffic, if their site does, and whether or not they have a product that you can give away that makes sense. Obviously, giving a pair of slacks away. Well, if your golden prospect sells slacks, you can buy a bulk order of slacks and give it away to a women's shelter. You could give it, or children's clothes, you can donate it, the clothing, buy enough clothing, bulk order, and donate it to a shelter. There's lots of different things you can do with what you purchase. Now, if your golden prospect sells a service, well, this isn't really going to work out. So this is for a golden prospect that sells a product. So that's my bulk order love, and that's something I can't use on every campaign, obviously. But I like to use it whenever possible because it works. They say money makes the world go around. Whoever came up with that saying, I don't know if it's true or not, but man, it sure gets the attention of people. And our golden prospects are people, and they like people that buy things from them in bulk order and then gives them away. And they like people who gives them gifts, and then they like people that gets them airtime for their products. They like people like that. And that's the kind of power you can really have at your disposal. I call it leverage when you make a bulk order. So that's my take on bulk order love. I'll see you next video.